Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another week of story time. I'm Mr. Garrett. We're going to start with our weather forecast. To get your weather felt pieces ready, we'll do the weather. So the forecast for Thursday morning this week is supposed to be partly sunny and partly cloudy. So get your yellow sun, put it up in the blue sky. Got our puffy clouds, so maybe a little bit of blue sky, a little bit of clouds. And we might have a little bit of snow here and there on the ground, but pretty much all the snow has melted because we've had some really warm days lately. So the giant snow banks that we used to have are just little tiny piles. We see mostly just grass now. And we have our tree. Yeah, so we're getting closer and closer to spring. So we might start to see some leaves on the tree, but I don't have any leaves at the tree near the library just yet. But look outside in your neighborhood and look at the trees and see if you see any leaves yet. Because as we get closer and closer to spring, we're going to start to see some buds start to come out. So check every week to see if we see any changes. And move the pieces around as the weather changes and see if our weather forecast came true. All right, now we're going to do our story. All right, so story for this week is called Harriet Gets Carried Away by Jessie Sima. So who do you think Harriet is in this picture? Let's take a look. Look closely, we see a bunch of creatures here. What kind of animal is this? Penguins, yeah. But you see anybody in this picture who's not a penguin? Yeah, it's Harriet right there. So the little girl. So she's getting carried by a bunch of penguins. Not really sure where they're going. We'll have to find that out. Ooh, we have a little clue though of where they might be going. What do we see here? Yeah, like hot air balloons. Maybe they're traveling through the air. Hot air balloon. Oh, there she is. Park bench. Special thank you to Simon and Schuster Books for letting us read the book today. All right, ready? Harriet loved costumes. Ooh, look, she has a whole box full of costumes to dress up. So we have a firefighter hat, a crown, and some wings. She didn't save them for Halloween. She's a ghost. Or only wear them to dress up birthday parties. Look, she's some sort of princess, maybe a bat? Some sort of princess with wings. Harriet wore costumes all the time. Oh, she's a dinosaur. Look where she is. The dentist, yeah. On the morning of her own dress-up birthday party, Harriet was a busy bee. We still need to pick up some snacks from the grocery store, her dad said. And lots of party hats, Harriet added. Her dads shared a look. Okay, they said, but don't get carried away. Harriet was sure she could manage that. Oh, look, so it looks like they're setting up on the roof. Looks like they're in a really big city, too. This might be New York or something. A lot of balloons, too. She changed into her extra special errand running costume. Can you tell which one that is? Oh, she's over here. She's the penguin. It's a very special costume. Straightened her bow tie. Waddled down the street. Going across the crosswalk. Through the subway. She's looking out the window. And into the store. Her dad seemed to have the deli counter covered, so Harriet set out on a quest for the perfect party hats. But instead, she found... Oh, what do you think she's gonna find? What are those guys? Something else. Oh my gosh. So they're a bunch of penguins, and what are they buying? Can you tell? Yeah, they're in the freezer buying bags of ice. I don't know if they need ice though. I think they probably have ice where they come from. A couple of them are wearing sweaters. Maybe they're having a party too. I don't know. Harriet forgot all about the party hats. She waddled past the checkout lines, through the city. Oh look, she's going with the penguins. Oh, and the checkout person didn't notice, so she's disguised as a penguin. And out of town. Oh, so here are the hot air balloons that we saw. The penguins took them. Where are we going? Harriet asked excitedly. Back home, of course, the penguin answered. The city is a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live here. Oh. You know where penguins live? Let's go back to Antarctica. Very cold place. As the balloons floated farther from the city, Harriet's thoughts floated back to her birthday party. "Excuse me," said Harriet. "I don't think I belong here." "That's okay," the penguins replied. "Everyone feels like they don't fit in sometimes. Maybe you should just lose the bow tie." I don't know. Is that good advice? I don't know. I think Harriet's onto something. I think she actually probably should head home. But Harriet didn't care about fitting in. She cared about getting back to the store. So she straightened her bow tie. Just keeping her bow tie on. And hatched a plan. Ooh, so what's her first plan, you think? She has this big chunk of ice. She's floating. Oh no. And another. So this is her other plan. Parachuting. Nope. Things were not going smoothly. Harriet was almost out of ideas when one emerged from the sea. What's that? An orca, yeah. "Hey," said the orca, "you're not a penguin." "How did you know?" cried Harriet. "Penguins don't wear bow ties," he replied. Harriet realized this orca might just be her ticket home. Ooh, she's thinking about a plan now. What do you think? She told him her tale of costumes and penguins and hot air balloons. She told him all about her family and her city and the party hats she needed to find. And when her story was finished, she said, "I could really use a lift." I think the penguin, is the orca gonna bring her home? Let's see. There they go. "It just so happens I'm heading up north for a family reunion," replied the orca. "I could drop you off along the way in exchange for a fancy bow tie. Red bow tie. This seems like a fair trade." As the orca swam, Harriet daydreamed. Ooh, she's thinking about going back to her city. Oh, and I think we were right. I think it is New York, because what do we see here? Statue of Liberty, yeah. Oh. Once Harriet could make out the city in the distance, the orca came to a stop. "This is as far as I go," he said. So Harriet called in a favor from some friends she knew from the park. "We'll take it from here," they said. Can you tell who her friends are? Yeah, penguins. The pigeons. How are the pigeons gonna help? I don't know. Let's see. Well, they're flying her home. Whoa. A lot of different types of transportation that Harriet is using today. Wow, she's going back to her house. Harriet soared back into the store and headed straight for the party hats. It didn't take long to pick out the perfect ones. Yeah. These are the only ones left. She found her dad's at the deli, just where she left them. "Where did you sneak off to?" they asked. "I just went to get the party hats," said Harriet. "Oh, and I could use a new bow tie." She gave the other one to the orca. With hats in hand, Harriet waddled back through the subway, up the street, and into her room. She put on her birthday party costume, straightened her party hat, and headed up to the roof. Oh, so she's not a penguin anymore. What is she? A lion, yeah. But she kept the penguin costume for another day. The party was a great success, and no one got carried away. Oh, look. So can you find her? Can you find Harriet? Yeah, she's right over here. And then that's one of her dads is up there. Where's her other dad? Oh, yeah, they're both right there. And a bunch of other. Oh, look who else is there. Penguin, yeah. What how you got there? We have a doggy. So no one got carried away. Except maybe Olivia. What did Olivia do? She invited all of her wolf friends. The end. Oh, in the back we have the penguin who decided to stay behind and do some sightseeing. The end. Nice. Really like that book. I think it's really funny. So if you have your little craft packet, you can take that out now. We're gonna do a hot air balloon together. If you don't have one of these, you just get a piece of paper and some crayons. If you do, just get some crayons and glue, and we'll do a little picture together. All right, so in your packet this week, you'll see that you have a piece of white paper, a balloon shape of yellow paper, and a little brown rectangle. So if we're making a hot air balloon, this is the balloon. What do you think this could be? Yeah, it's like the basket underneath. So we could use these two pieces of paper to make the balloon, and then we can decorate the design, because hot air balloons often have a really cool pattern. So sometimes there's stripes or polka dots or lightning bolts or all kinds of things. So you can make your own design. You can figure out who's traveling in the hot air balloons. You can add some people or penguins or animals. And then we can draw a background, because we can imagine where our characters are going in their hot air balloon. So first things first, let's glue or tape this balloon to the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you can get your balloon all ready. And then as you're doing that, start to think about what design you want for your balloon. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to also attach the basket directly underneath it. I'm going to leave a little bit of space so I can put the ropes and have some room to draw the people in the basket. But just like that. All right, so now as soon as you have that done, you can decide what color you want the rope to be. So I'm actually probably going to use gray. But you can use whatever color you want. And then I will attach the balloon to the basket, like that. And add some details to the basket too, maybe. There we go. And now we can just add whatever details you want. Now you don't have to do what I do. You can make your own ideas. But I'm just going to start doing some colors. So I think I'm going to do actually some stripes. So I'm going to do some little stripey pattern, and down like that. There we go. And maybe inside the stripes on my balloon, I have some stars going up like this. Maybe you have some pictures of animals, or maybe some moons, or let's see, what else? Ooh, I think I'm gonna use some pink. Or maybe there's some maybe there's some stripes, and maybe there's some stripes going this way too. That's what I'm gonna do for this one. Oh, what else? Maybe some blue. Maybe I'll do a bunch of like little polka dots going up like this. So just keep doing little designs, and think of whatever you want. So I'm gonna just do those, and I'm gonna leave these for empty for now, in case I have any other ideas later. But design my hot air balloon, and then I have to decide who's in here. So we had Harriet and the penguins in the story. I think I'm gonna add a different animal in here. I'm gonna think of which animal I want. Maybe I'll use my green, and maybe the creature taking this hot air balloon ride is a lizard. Actually, no, how about an alligator? I'm gonna put an alligator in here, actually. Maybe this alligator never got to travel the world, and she decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go on a trip. I'm gonna take a little vacation. So color in alligator. This alligator works really hard, so she needs to take a little bit of time. There we go. So I'm gonna add here. Add her little teeth. There you go. And now, where could this alligator be going? So let's see. So you think of who your character is and where they're going. I think I'm gonna have this alligator go to. Oh, maybe they're going to visit the Grand Canyon. That could be kind of cool. So I'm just gonna draw. I use kind of like a rusty orange color. So this will be kind of the edge of that cliff, and then this will be the other cliff over here. Like that. And this is kind of like inside the canyon, and then maybe some rocks up here. There you go. So this is my my picture, but you can do whatever you want and just customize it the way that you want your picture to be. So think of who's going on an adventure, where they're going, and what their balloon looks like when they go there. So I hope you enjoyed the activity. So next week we'll be back at the same time, 10:30 on Thursday on our YouTube channel. We'll have a new book and a new activity, so you can stop by the library to get a little packet of materials. And stop by and get some books and say hi, and hope everyone has a really wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone.